What's up guys? Today I am going to be showing you how to make a bridging map. Now this is going to be part of a multiple part series on how to, it's like a training map that I will release soon once I finish it. But this is just the first part of it. So it works where pretty much you can see everything's normal, and I made it so the red wool can only be placed on gold and red wool, so it's like you can't place it anywhere, you have to place it on here. And you step on here and it starts the timer. So pretty much your goal is to get to the other side as fast as possible. And like in the actual training map, if you are downloading it, you're most likely just gonna be trying to continuously do it until you get faster and faster. So if you fall, you can see it says failed, and all of your stuff is, like, all the wool's gone, and your timer resets. But if you do make it to the end, so if you step on the emerald block, so give me one sec. Then it'll say your time that you got, and then it resets you back to the beginning, and of course, your time resets. So, that's what I'm going to be teaching you today, so let's get into it. Okay, so I also forgot to mention the wool is continuously, like, repeating back to 64. But, I mean, that's just a part of it. So, you could see, if I hold a barrier block, this whole thing is covered in barriers. Part of that is so you can't get out, but the main part for, like, the lower part is I make a command block where if you are above a barrier block, like, if you're standing on one, it'll TP you back to the beginning and, like, reset your progress. So, like, you can see if I go down onto it, it'll say failed and get me back. Now, this is really, like, you don't have to use the barrier blocks, but I would definitely recommend it. And if you're not, like, the other way is just really weird, especially if you're falling fast. But first things first, you're going to want to give yourself a command block, so /give as command block. And I'd recommend making a super flat world for this, although you don't have to. And then also, you're going to want some barrier blocks. And you don't need a structure block. I did not use one. You don't have to build this or anything. That is just for going back to over there, which is where the main part of the map is being made. But as you can see, you don't see command blocks, but if you go in, you see I have a ton of command blocks in here, and if I go to the other one, this one does have a couple more. But pretty much, we'll do it. The first thing we're going to do is just build your island. And then after that, we're going to start the gold block thing. So, like, if you step on the gold block, it starts the timer. So, pretty much, so it would be /execute as at s if block tilde -1 tilde gold _ block run /tag at s add start. Now, that's pretty much, when you step on a gold block, it adds the tag of start. That's really all it does. Now, the actual timer part of it should be over here. So for, it should be, let's see, maybe it's in the other one. It is kind of confusing to find all these, but, so show clock, yeah, this one's important. You're going to do /title raw at a tag equals start, action bar, and then raw text, all this stuff. I'm not going to explain it too much. Pretty much all this is doing is it's popping up timer at your bottom, like the action bar. And then it's saying, this is like the objective seconds. So this is like saying how many seconds you have, and then how many minutes you have, and then seconds, minutes. You also want to do /scoreboard objectives add min, and also sec. I'm going to leave this command in the description because it's kind of a long one. That should be the only one I need to, though. Now, pretty much, you can see that we have that. For start clock, we already looked at that one. And that one's just giving you the red wool. So pretty much what this one is it's giving you the red wool. So /execute as at a tag equals bridging. if you're just making it a bridging map, just do add a. Don't add the tag equals bridging from right here. And at s run slash replace item entity at s slot dot hotbar 0 red bull 64 0. 0 is just like the actual slot on your hotbar because you have a lot of them. Red wool and then 64 of them with no data or whatever. But at the end, it's pretty much telling you, like saying what should happen. So like Minecraft can place on. So it's saying it can place on red wool and gold blocks. Now I'll just give you a sec to copy this one. Okay, so pretty much, that's those two. There's also, we already done show clock too. Now, what you want to do is you also want to cover your island and everything with the barrier block, so it should look like this. Then we're gonna make the end. So it should be right here. No, that's not the end. Where is it? End clock. Slash execute as at a tag equals start at s if block tilde tilde -1 tilde emerald block run slash tag at s at end. And then pretty much if you go to the end over here, it's pretty much there's this. So I also might put this one in the description. It's pretty much exactly the other one. I just removed the very front text saying timer, and it's title, not action bar, and it's tag equals end. I'll put that one in the description too. Then we have slash tag at a tag equals end remove end, and then slash tag at p tag equals start remove start. Now this is meant to be a single player world, so it might break a little bit with multiplayer, and it won't like actually break. It's just you might have to. I don't know how to explain. Pretty much there's also there's end clock, there's clear scores. This is pretty much making it so if once someone dies or whatever, they're not gonna have the tag of start anymore, so it'll reset them back to 0. So slash scoreboard player set at a tag equals exclamation mark start, which is not start. Min 0 as in minutes 0, and then the same thing but sec 0 as in seconds is 0. Then there's the end clock. If that's for the barrier block. We'll get into that after. The end clock command. This is TP at P tag equals end 271 201 0. And over here I added a delay and takes of 1, like at this first one that I'm gonna put in the description. That is very important because if you don't do that, this might not always work, like the TP. And then this is pretty much if anyone has the tag of end, so it's pretty much it's executing at it's slash execute as at a tag equals an as run. This is like if there's someone with the tag of end, it fills. I just put the 2 coordinates from like the top to the bottom of the barrier, so like over to the top of there to the bottom of here, and it's pretty much filling it as air. But you have to put this last thing, replace red wool. I do red wool. If you're using a different block that they're bridging with, or building with, then do that. Also, make people adventure in this world, so they can only place on the places they're supposed to be. And I have it again just for the failed, but again, we'll get into that after. So, we have all that. And then I think over here again, we should have the actual, like, clock command. Possibly. So, like, that's that. I know I have the clock command, so pretty much that would be the one that's pretty much making it so the clock is actually ticking. So, I think... I'll just cut to when I find that. Okay, so I did find them. I would recommend putting them in your island. Like, I should have put them up there in my island, but I did not. Pretty much what you have to do for these, it's pretty much like the timer for the other thing. It's like literally just that, but on a smaller scale. So over here, slash scoreboard players add at a tag equals start sec1. Okay, you can copy that. I'd pause the video for copying these. Slash scoreboard players add at a sec0. So that's just so it always shows up. And same with the min. So slash scoreboard players add at a min0. Now this is the thing that makes it so it goes up to minutes after you're done with seconds. So slash execute adds at a scores equals sec equals 60 add at s run slash scoreboard players add at s min 1. And here it's slash execute as at a scores equal. This has to be a chain conditional always active. And it's literally the same thing with the slash execute at the beginning, but at the end it's slash scoreboard players set at sec0. So this is just making sure it adds 1 minute and resets your seconds. I'm gonna leave one of those open, like one block, just so I know where it is. And that's most of the way there. There is, I guess, one last thing to do with the barriers. This is pretty much, so this next part, this is where you're going to need to actually have the barriers around your island to get this part to work. This is where we make it so if you step on the barrier, it will make it so it TPs you back. And it does the same thing as the ending it from like touching the emerald block, but it says you failed, not the score, because you didn't make it. So, I think I put the command block over here for this. No, that's... Okay, part of it's over here, but most of it's over... the first part that I need to tell you is over here. So in here we have the... Here it is. So, slash execute adds at a r equals 50. You don't have to do the r if your whole thing is just the bridging, but mine's not going to be, so I have to do the r because I might want to make barrier blocks do something else in another part. But yeah, so slash execute adds at a at s if block tilde minus 1 tilde barrier run slash tag at s add failed. Now that's pretty much adding the tag of failed when you step on a barrier block. Over here, it'll, so no delay in this one, no delay in this one. This does slash execute adds at a tag equals failed, at s run slash fill, and then my chords for my box, air, replace red wool. That's pretty much making it so, I could show you if I get myself some red wool. Pretty much all it does is it removes all the red wool. It removes nothing but red wool in this like little area with the barrier. So if I just go crazy with these barriers and fall, you can see it says failed and all of the red wool is gone. That's pretty much all that's doing. And then I think in here we have one more. Yeah. This has no delay again, and it's TPing everyone. So the closest player with the tag of failed to 271, 210. You change that coordinates to where the start is, and it's the same thing as this tag equals end, but with failed instead. Just TPing them back to the beginning. And then the final thing, if you want, you could just add the tag of end. Like in this one, you don't have to add the tag of failed, you just add the tag of end. And you don't have to add any of these others. But the one problem with that is it tells you the time and stuff, like you succeeded when you didn't. So, that's why I changed it. You don't have to. In here, though, we have these final 3 command blocks, and this should finish everything. It's title raw at a tag equals failed, title raw text, and then text failed. So that's pretty much just saying failed as a title. You don't have to do title raw. I actually don't know why I did that. You only need to do that for the scores. You could honestly just change it to title at a tag equals failed, title, and then failed. That's actually like the easier way to go. So like if you just here, I'll change it right now. That's all you need. So like if I jump in the void. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Oh yeah. I have to remove title raw, just title. So you can see that's literally all you need for the command. If I jump in the void, Literally the same effect. So, I actually don't know why I did the other thing. For the next command block, though, slash tag at a tag equals failed, remove failed. So that's making it so you don't constantly get TP'd back and all that. And this final one is slash tag at p tag equals start, remove start. So that's removing the tag of start so your timer doesn't continue going. So, and if you come back over again, I already showed you the command for that, the red wool. But the one thing I forgot to say is you don't actually have to put like tag equals bridging or whatever. Again, that's just because of my little map that I'm creating. So I think it's in this side. Yeah. You don't have to do tag equals bridging. You just do add a. I just want to make that clear. Because if you do tag equals bridging, you're gonna see it doesn't work. You have to do slash tag as add bridging. Wait. Oh yeah, bridging. But so yeah, and when you're done, it should give this little effect. You have to put the blocks at the start as gold blocks, and you have to put the blocks at the end as emerald blocks. If you do want to change the blocks, you're gonna have to change the command. And if you understand commands enough, go ahead. But if you don't change it. You could go to my Discord server and ask for help, cause I do tell you how to do that kind of thing there. In the help section, you could just ask me how to do that, and I should be able to help you. That is pretty much all you need for this bridging area. And I am really sorry I haven't been posting a lot recently. Like it's been a month or two since I've last posted. I'm just really busy with schoolwork and I just don't have a lot of the time. Like today, I'm gonna start trying to post every Saturday. Possibly on weekdays if I can get the chance. But it's just really busy for me right now. So, again, I will try to post more often right now. But I'll work on that. So, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.